Welcome back to the show, where we are talking about having fun with fashions, the Red Glam Affair. And I may have that wrong, but it's the red carpet glam. How about that? I have two very special people with me in the studio. I have Mr. Darryl Goodman, who is the founder and the CEO of Lowcountryexposure, and then we have the marketing director and also makeup artist, Miss Thetra Brown. How are you both doing today?
Wonderful,
it's
wonderful,
great
Tammy.
to have you on the show. You know, anytime we talk about looking beautiful, people always love that because now is the time that they can come out, Darryl. Tell us a little bit about Lowcountryexposure and what you've been doing for the past 7 years.
Okay, Tammy, before we get started, thank you so very much for having us on. I know you have a very rigid and full schedule. Thank you for working us in.
Sure.
Lowcountryexposure is a concept that I developed while on active duty with the Army, working for Central Command in Kuwait. When I came back, I assembled a group of individuals. Thetra is one, Shirley was another one, a young lady named Dana, and Ray, and a couple of videographers, so that we could begin a 21st century type of company to expose individuals who had talent and those who wanted to get information. Henceforth, Low Country, where we are, and Exposure, what we do.
Right, how about that? Well, that fits right in. I mean, so let's talk about Lowcountryexposure, because you know, when I think about Lowcountryexposure, from what I've heard, is about the big fashion show, but it's more than that, because it's a beauty expo. Talk about that, Thetra.
Well, with the beauty and fashion show, what we do is we have a red carpet glam event that's going on that Sunday. And what's going to be host of several models, and with several different talents that's going to be marketing as well. Early that morning, we do CEU classes for cosmetologists that need to upgrade with their, continuing educations for their licensings. And we also have classes for, free makeup classes, for, different hairstyle classes, anything that's in that nature that actually consists to fashion and beauty industry. And we also have a pageant that we're going to be doing as well. It's called the Low Country Star Pageants, where we're going to be showcasing the youth and talents and help them with their self-esteem as well.
Low Country, I tell you, well, the Low Country Stars, well, you know, the one good thing that I love about the Lowcountryexposure is that not only are you talking about beauty and introducing young people to talent and introducing the community to all of the great talent that we have here, the other thing is that you give back to the community, Darryl.
Yes, that's true, Tammy. This year, we were approached with doing something, and we wanted to do something that we thought was going to truly benefit the entire community. So one of the many events sponsors that we thought we could work with was St. Jude's Children Research Hospital. So as a result of that, we're going to donate $1 from every ticket that is sold for the fashion show to the St. Jude's Children Research Hospital.
Wow, and that's going to be awesome because I understand that Lowcountryexposure packs the house. Is that right?
Well, we don't want to start any rumors. We don't want to sound conceited, but you're absolutely correct. I mean, I'm really excited this year. This is our 7th year of putting on the event, but this is our 4th year of putting on our fashion show, and each year it gets bigger, better, and more bolder. So those who came last year, they hadn't seen anything. Wait till they come this year.
Wow, how about that? Now, Thetra, talk about the high school competition, because I understand there's a high school competition on Monday, because it runs even Sunday and Monday.
Yes, what we're having is we're going to be exposing the high school students into, with nail competition, hair competition, and makeup competition. Each one of these will be getting prizes to help expose them, so when they do get out in the world, they can see what other students are doing as well, not only in the schools, but within the community. So all those students are going to be coming in from the Low Country area. So it's not only in Charleston, they're based around the Low Country area.
Wow, so that's the Tri-County area.
Tri-County, correct.
Wow, how about that? You know, Darryl, we have some B-roll, and a minute ago while you were talking, folks, I know you saw the young lady walking down the aisle, and so you brought us some footage as well. Here's a young gentleman here that is really just ripping, as they say now, the young folks, ripping the runway. And the crowd is, you have a big crowd there. You also, the one other thing that you do is you present designers. So not only is this talking about clothes from stores or whatever, but you have designers that show their unique and creative talents, because I'm wearing one of those now. That's going to be in there, of course, Miss Lenora Cash of LaCash. But we, you know, the beauty of this is that you involve a lot of people and you showcase talent.
Correct.
And I think that's what this is all about. Name some of those designers that, you know, in particular that might be there that we're familiar with.
Well, you know, I don't know. We deal with obscurity, you know, people who nobody really know. But we have Shirley with Lauren Duvall. And then we have a lady in the Air Force. I think her name is like Shishi in New York.
Wow.
You know, I mean,
These are big names.
Yeah, you know, I mean, but we don't like to brag. Ladies and gentlemen at home, please understand, we are not bragging. We are just doing what we do best.
And Deborah's Bridal of the bride, you're going to even have showcasing bridal gowns.
Yes,
How
we
about
are.
that? Because this is the time, folks, when you're getting ready to choose that gown, and so Deborah's Bridal will be there as well. Wow, these are some top name folks.
But you know, Ms. Tammy, among the talents that we have ripping up the runway, there is a young lady. Let me see. Do you happen to know a young lady by the name of Catherine?
Yeah, name sounds familiar. It sure does.
It does?
It does.
Well, what is she to you, or who is she?
She is my daughter.
Excited,
And she is modeling, so we're excited about that. And you also have your niece that's going to be in the show.
Yeah,
I mean, now this is a family affair.
It is.
This is a family affair, but we are just so appreciative of making sure that you have those young people that can come out and be a part of this. And I will tell you, folks, they put you through a rigid rehearsal schedule, as well as you have to be good. You really have to show some talent. So believe me, Catherine didn't just get this because of mommy. And of course, she said that all the time.
Yeah, we worked her now.
Yeah,
we did.
You really have to show. You have to show your talent, and you have to be on your own. So don't think that it's that easy. It's not that easy, folks. You have to really rehearse. And I'm going to tell you right now, Miss Shirley Daly is sitting right over there in the control room, sitting there shaking her head and looking at me because she's one of those slave drivers. And but that's good, because what it shows young people, Thetra and Daryl, is that to be in this type of industry, you have to be prepared. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and listen to criticism. So Thetra, talk about that. We only have about 2 seconds for you, just to mention that about young people that do want to be a part of this.
Well, to be a part of this show right here is basically about time. We're not an agency or anything like that, so it's just helping you get prepared for when the agency, you can have a little insight to what it's all about. You know, getting your makeup done, getting your hair done, working with designers, you know, being to those rehearsals on time. So basically, you know, just getting them the self-esteem, even if they're 12, 10, whatever age they are, just getting them to the point of their self-esteem.
That's right.
And working, even if you want to be a hairstylist, getting you in the professional fields, because we work with professionals as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you also have KRSU's Robin T. and her daughter who just graduated from Barbizon will also be a part of this. So you have some young people that are really stepping up to the plate that really want to be a part of this. And so you also have I believe we mentioned everything, Daryl, because you know Shirley's in the control room, and she is giving us what we need. But this is just a wonderful opportunity, and I want to say to you, Thetra and Daryl, thank you so much for what you're bringing to the Low Country and what you're giving back. I think that's the main important thing of giving back to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and that's the biggest thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you very much. We've enjoyed it.
And Shirley, thank you for joining us as well. Shirley Daly, who is your right hand, left hand. Listen, this is the Low Country Exposure, and I hope that you will come out and support them, as well as support the St. Jude Children's Research Center, because after all, proceeds do go to the hospital to help our young children. So that's the Low Country Exposure Beauty Expo Red Carpet Glam Fashion Show on April the 29th through the 30th at 8 a.m. Telephone number is 789-4934, or please go to their website at lowcountrybeautyexpo.com. Thank you all again, and we'll be there.